and welcome to today, which is March 18th in the United States. So, several things. One, uh, we're celebrating International Women's Day, and of course, part of that is we're also doing what we need to do to be of service to the world through our meditation and prayer. And we're going to use part of this as a time to get together and pray and meditate for Ukraine. So, before we start, let's ask for blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Tuakok Sui Mahagu Jumeling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your mercy, compassion, healing energy, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. So let me start out with saying to all the women in the world, namaste to all of you, and we join you in celebrating International Women's Day. Now, this part about men and women, I just want to use this as an opportunity to understand the spiritual aspect of the soul. And as that really advanced teacher, Hermes, I don't know how to say it, Trismegistus in ancient Egypt and earlier, as above, so below. And within us, of course, you have either a male physical form or female physical form. That's on the physical aspect. But it's interesting, within the soul, you have the male, the masculine, feminine aspects also. But it's actually further more than that. You have the ability to think, the ability to act, right? The ability to love and care for people. And so it's very interesting that you look at the Judeo-Christian tradition, you have God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. God the Father is power. When you get in trouble, your dad says, I don't know about you guys, in Asian countries, if you're in trouble, the dad goes, what did you do? Pulls out the belt, okay. He's not going to use that belt to kind of go like this on you, right? So you have the will aspect. And you have mama who says, come on, he's just a kid. Well, my mom tried, right? You have the loving aspect. So God the Father, God the Son, love aspect. Well, in the Judeo-Christian tradition, it just so happened the love aspect of God manifests as Jesus in the form of a male figure. But it's the love aspect of God. And then you have the Holy Spirit, which is the intelligence aspect. Now, in the Hindu tradition, you have God Shiva, which is the destroyer and restorer, which takes will. And you have Lord Vishnu, which is the preserver. And I remember my teacher used to say, you have to realize a mother, and this one I'm connecting to, a mother preserves the life of a child by providing for the child with love, with care. Make sense? So that's the feminine aspect. And you have Brahma, which is the intelligence aspect. And within us, we have the ability to love. The feminine aspect, we have the ability to receive the love, right? And you have the ability to, that's the will aspect. And then there's the ability to process information. So I want to share that with you because too many people are always fighting and arguing. No, you're male, you're female, or you don't realize within you are the three aspects. In fact, the best example of that is a lot of you know we chant the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. And that's pretty much attributed to who? To the Buddha Kuan Yin, which is feminine. It's called the mother of compassion. However, if you go to Tibet or you go to Bhutan, when I was in Bhutan, they don't call Kuan Yin, they say Bodhisattva Aluvukit Ishwara or Chenzeri, which is actually a male figure. And I remember talking to my teacher about it. He says, no, you don't understand. It's something like this. The soul is neither male or female. It's the physical form that the soul takes. So what's more important is to understand the masculine energy or the feminine energy that is very dominant at that time. All right? So hear me out here. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, when we celebrate International Women's Day, we're celebrating the love, intense love aspect of God that is manifesting through women because women give birth, not the guy, right? I know as a father, you as much as you say, I love my children, but there's no way for us men who are in the physical male form to understand the amount of sacrifice, the amount of pain and all that a woman has to go through in order to bear a child. Make sense? So that part of it is to really celebrate the love aspect of God manifesting in a woman to be able to bring a child into the world, to be able to nurse a child. And the beautiful thing about this is, once you understand it is the soul is neither male or female, then you get to realize that even if your body is a male, you can celebrate the female or the feminine aspect of God by showing love, care, and compassion towards others. And at the same time, if you're a woman, you can also exhibit the will aspect of the masculine. In other words, I'm gonna take this crap from you. So the division happens when people are so fixated. This is male, this is female, this is neither. Because in reality, the soul is actually an integration of the male and the masculine and the feminine aspect. And once we understand that, then there will be peace and harmony within genders and sexes. Make sense? So today, I'm just using that as a springboard so that as we do our meditation to bless Ukraine, the kind of energy we're going to use there is not the masculine energy, not the sledgehammer energy. The energy we're going to use is the feminine energy of love, compassion, slap this Russian and what do you call this, army and let them really look. Hey, you. It's like a mother scolding the children. What's wrong with you? You're all kids. Love each other. Make sense? So I think once we realize that within us is the male and female principle simultaneously, we get to honor that in other people. That we see that, oh, this guy might be in a physical form that is male, but their feminine aspect is in pain. Or it could be same thing. It could be a female body, but they don't realize the real power because they think, oh, I'm supposed to be feminine, I'm supposed to be receiving, I'm supposed to be passive. No, because within you is also the masculine power. And once people realize that, then people say, oh, within me, I have the ability. And we're going back to the same lesson that I'm repeating that you're probably so tired of hearing. You are a spiritual being. You're not the body. You're not the emotion. You're not the thoughts. When you say you're not the body, you're not your physical organ. Whether you have that thing or not that thing, that's just a form the soul uses. Make sense? But once you realize, oh, I'm a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, I can exhibit the feminine, loving mother aspect. I'm a spiritual being of divine will. I can manifest, if needed, the will aspect, the power aspect as needed, regardless of the form of the body. Then what happens? Then you're free. Make sense? So today, on International Women's Day, we want to emphasize the feminine aspect of God that manifests through us. The ability to care, the ability to love, the ability to nurture. Like mom. The feminine aspect. So I know some of you are expecting to give you a talk on, well, women are this way. That's not my specialization. My specialization, the way I was taught by the teacher is, look, the soul incarnates in the body that the soul needs to fulfill the karma or the destiny in that life. If what the soul senses is like, by occupying a male body, I will be able to fulfill this part of my destiny, that's the body that soul will choose. If the soul says, I think in order to fulfill my destiny for this lifetime, the lessons I need to learn, I will best learn it in the physical form of a female, that's all it will take. That's why it's very, very important to respect whatever body the other soul is using. You notice the words I use. The soul is using. If people were to just wake up and realize that the body is not the soul, it's not the I, probably 80-90% of the problems in the world will disappear. But anyway, what do I know? Okay? So I hope that has helped a lot of you have a better understanding. Of course, at any given time, you can emphasize one or the other as needed. So to go back to the story, when you go to Bhutan, when you go to Tibet, in the Tibetan tradition, they look at the great teacher, that great soul, Buddha Kuan Yin, as male. Because when Buddhism was brought into Tibet, Tibet was a land of nomads. So the teacher who came in, Guru Padmasambhava, had to use masculine energy to subdue the lower beings and say, hey, you guys behave. Of course, those lower beings are called demons by other traditions, which are basically, let's say, energy beings that are of lower in the evolutionary chain. Okay? Now, by the time those teachings went to China, China had already had some form of society, has order. You have Lao Tzu, you have Confucius. There's already order, people more educated. It's not much of nomads already. So the teacher does not have to take a form with a guy with a sledgehammer. It has to be in the form of a loving mother. Buddha Kuan Yin, the mother of compassion. Because that's what's needed. You know, these kids are a little more grown up. They just need to be nurtured, not that slap around like they did in the Tibetan tradition, because nomads are basically all over the place. So, but that tradition held on for many, many years. So it never changed. So people get fixated. Oh, she's female. No, that's right. And then the teacher goes, what's wrong with these children? I only took the form of male because that was needed in that society. In this society, what's needed is the loving, nurturing mother aspect. That's why I took that form. So you have to transcend. Now, I'll leave you with one thought. This advanced pranic healing. I like showing this because it always blows people's minds. So if you look at this image here, and then we'll do our meditation. Okay. This is actually an artist's rendition of Babaji. The, Paramahansa Yogananda, the great teacher of Self-Realization Fellowship. His teacher is Sri Yukeswar. His teacher is Lahiri Mahasaya. His teacher is what's known as Babaji. Okay? But if you look at the image, oops, there's a glare, sorry. I remember my teacher looked at it, he said, look at the image. I said, yes, master. He goes, it could pass for male or female. I go, we could go male, could also be female. He said, exactly. And I'll end it with this and then we'll do our meditation. He said, you see, as we go through different lifetime, different incarnations, we're constantly balancing the masculine aspect, the male aspect, or the feminine aspect, the female aspect. So the teacher, the great spiritual teacher, the awakened ones, the ascended teachers, they already perfected it. So in their case, the male and female aspects, the feminine, masculine energy are perfectly balanced. So depending on what they need as they interact with humanity, that's the kind of energy that is manifesting. If what's needed is like, behave, you bunch of fools. No, I'm kidding. They would use the male energy. But if what's needed is like, these people are in pain, they're suffering, they need to be understood, they need to be cared for, then the feminine loving aspect comes out. So in what we do when we're healing people, you cannot go, let me heal you. You can't do that because you imagine somebody's in pain, you go, oh, they can be overwhelmed. So what's needed is what? That's why we do meditation twin hearts. We put attention to our heart. We use the female loving aspect to heal people. So when we do the meditation to bless Ukraine, we do meditation twin hearts to give that loving energy to envelop the people and protect them. But at some point, we also do the great invocation because you also need the energy for protection. Make sense? So I hope you have better understanding of the triple aspects within you. You have the masculine aspect, you have the loving, nurturing aspect, and then you have one that is not male or female, but just simply the intelligence aspect. And the three are one. Okay? So that's it. I know some of you are waiting for International Women's Day. Well, yeah, we always use whatever is happening and always turn your eyes back to spirituality. So, shall we? to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. You notice we say Divine Father, Mother. If you still haven't heard that, you better clean your ears out. To the Divine Father, the Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, to my beloved teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagu Jumailing, to the Buddha Kuan Yin, and all the higher beings, to the Mother Mary, thank you. Thank you for your blessings of love, light, healing energy. As we celebrate International Women's Day, we humbly ask that the loving, nurturing, caring, motherly energy of God flow through us to care for the Ukrainian people in full faith. And so it is. So put your hands like this, tap your crown. I am that I am. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion, not the thoughts, I am the soul. I, the soul, am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. And so it is. Just be still. We are one. Now let us all tune in to the loving, feminine aspect of God, the caring, nurturing, and preserving aspect of God. We do that through our human nature from the heart. So be aware of your heart. Just say, our hearts are one. Now be aware of your heart in your hands. Project beautiful pink light and fill the entire earth. And let that energy really fill the entire country of Ukraine. Bless all the people in Ukraine, especially the ones who are suffering, especially the ones who are in pain. Fill them with beautiful, nurturing pink light. To the Divine Father, Divine Mother, make us your instruments of divine love. Wherever there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury and pain, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Fill the entire country of Ukraine with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, and a better tomorrow. With God, all is possible. Let that loving energy spread to all the people. Let it spread throughout Russia. Let it spread throughout Belarus and all the entire region. Especially flood all the soldiers, all the people in the military. Open their hearts, their souls to God's love. Let this love permeate to all the leaders, especially the Russian leaders. Let them have a spiritual awakening. May the love aspect of God fill their hearts, their minds, and their souls. So be it. Where there is darkness, which is the ignorance of one's true nature, let me sow tremendous amount of spiritual light. So much light that there's a spiritual realization awakening that we are one. So it is. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Just stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Our crowns are filled with so much golden light. Just say, our souls are one, our spirits are one. So be aware of your crown in your hands. Fill the entire earth with golden light. Let that golden light fill the entire earth and let it just permeate every person, every being in Ukraine, Russia, and the surrounding areas. From the heart of God through our soul and through our entire being. May every person, every being, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, and the entire region be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Just allow ourselves to allow the loving mother aspect of God to just fill the hearts, their souls with love, mercy, and compassion. Visualize everyone putting down their weapons. Visualize everyone embracing and having that knowingness. We are all children of God. Let there be peace. Let there be healing. Let there be forgiveness. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Just be still. So it is. Now be aware of your heart. Be aware of your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale and just say, we are one. Now fill the whole country of Ukraine, Russia, and the entire region with waves and waves of brilliant, super bright golden light. From the heart of all loving God, from the heart of the Divine Mother, may every person, every being in Ukraine, in Russia, and the entire region, may all be blessed with unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. From the center of the heart of God, may all beings in these areas be blessed with inner healing, with inner peace and spiritual connection. So be it. Just fill the area with golden light. May every soul be blessed without exception. So be it. Just allow ourselves to be vessels and channels for God's Divine Mother energy to flow through us. Let that loving, nurturing, caring energy permeate through every soul in the region. So be it. Let all energy of aggression, of greed, thirst for power be completely smothered with God's unconditional love and kindness. So be it. Now just be still and let that loving energy just keep pouring through us. We're just a ginormous pipeline to fill these areas with unconditional love. So be it. Be still. So be it. Now lower your hands on your lap. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Now imagine a beautiful golden flame just floating above your head. Just look at that light. That light is within all of us. Just look at it. The image doesn't have to be clear. It is there. And listen. Om. 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 looking at that light, allow your entire consciousness to literally dissolve and melt into that light. You are that light. Om. Be still. Be aware of that light that is you. Remember your true nature, your true essence, made in the image of God, a being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. Just silently know, I am that. That I am. Be still. Be aware of the inner stillness and peace. And just simply let go and let things be. Now. Let go. Om Mani Padme Hum. May the blessings of the Divine Mother be upon all of us. Om Mani Padme Hum. Allow your soul, your true self, surrender to the embrace of the Divine Mother now. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Be still. Be aware of the inner peace and love within, and just simply let go now. tune in to the loving Divine Mother aspect within you. Be still and let go. Gently, very slowly, come back to your physical form, your physical vessel. Slowly move your fingers and your toes. Slowly come back, raise your hands. Now picture all the people you love in your life. Flood them with beautiful golden light. Flood them with unconditional love. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed. So it is. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahaguji Mailing, we thank you for your immense blessings in full faith. So it is. All right. So thank you for joining me for this special short lecture and meditation. I hope you learned something out of it. And most important thing is doing the work. You know, since we're celebrating the feminine aspect of God, which is pure unconditional love, well, that's what we tap into. That's what we share with others. Thank you very much. Namaste, everyone. We will see you tomorrow for Anchor the Light, 10 a.m., 6 p.m. God bless. Take care. Bye.